Alright, here we are. We're doing another pod review for you today, and it's going to be on this pepper right here, and this is called the Bola Pepper. Welcome back, everybody, and we are going to do a pod review today on something back here I think's ready. They're starting to come in. They're not all quite there yet. I got a feeling I'm going to have to be doing a lot of these pod reviews indoors because they're just not going to ripen until we get close to the frost period, and that's going to be roughly maybe the first, maybe the second week of October. It really depends. Sometimes we see that, and every once in a rare while we'll get it won't frost all the way until November, which would be absolutely wonderful. But usually I have to get all these plants indoors by then anyway. Just I can't take the chance and have it freeze, and so we get them indoors and we get it under light. So we'll do the ones that we can, and rest we'll have to either do indoors or we'll figure something out. So anyway, we're going to do a pod review on this thing here. And this is called I have no idea. Oh, this is the Bola. Okay, so this is the one that I'm telling a lot of people that be careful, because a lot of people refer to the cascabel pepper as Bola. I guess in certain countries or something like that, they might refer to the cascabel pepper as Bola. And this is not that. This is a pepper named Bola, and I believe it might be from the country France or something like that, somewhere in Europe. And that's where the pepper originates from. But all that information will be in the description. You can read about it there. But this is not the cascabel pepper. All right, just want to make sure we're clear on that. Some people might be looking for a cascabel pepper under the name Bola. They see Bola and then they think, oh, well, that's just a cascabel pepper. Not this one. This one's different. All right, so here we go. We got a couple of these already on here, so let's just pick this one for now. And just a gorgeous little pepper right there. Sort of looks like a cascabel pepper. Actually, I have cascabel. Finally got some cascabels, but you can see here's a cascabel pepper, and you can see the cascabel peppers, yeah, they kind of look similar, but they're not. This one's more fluted in nature. Cascabel peppers are generally kind of round, and they don't really get this kind of red, but then it might get this mahogany type of red. This isn't really like a red, it's like a mahogany color. We'll just have to see. This is the first time I actually growing the true version of the cascabel peppers, and if you watched a lot of my videos in the past, you always heard me complaining about me getting cascabella and not the cascabel, and I wrote a whole series of videos on it. So I finally got some cascabel peppers from a viewer who sent them to me, and here it is. So that's a cascabel, but we're not reviewing the cascabel. We are reviewing the Bola, and not the Bola cascabel, if you want to call it that. All right, so let's go over here in a light where we can actually take a better look at this. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. Nice there. It's nice in the bottom. Again, it has this flattened bottom, but yet it tapers, almost like, you can see how it kind of tapers, but it don't come to like a point. It just flattens off on the bottom. They're all doing the same exact thing, so I'd imagine that's a very common trait to this variety of pepper. Let me try bringing you outside. How's that? A little better? Alright, so anyway, that's it. Let's turn you around and give that a go. Alright, here we are. We're doing another pod review for you today, and it's going to be on this pepper right here, and this is called the Bola Pepper. And as usual, I will leave the information to this pepper in the description below so you can read about it there. This video is mainly going to be focusing on any heat or what it actually tastes like, and anything else I can elaborate on this pepper. Alright, so let's give you a closer look. Get your right lighting here. Should be good just like that, no? You're following the shadows. The shadow, I hate shadows. They drive me nuts in photography and camera work. I hate shadows. It's the worst. It can ruin a lot of good images because of shadow in direct sunlight. That's the only reason why, even though direct sunlight's the best light to use for taking photos or shooting videos, it's also the worst because of the shadows. And so when you have your own artificial lighting, you can backlight where you can eliminate the shadows. But when you got full sun like this, you're going to get shadows. So anyway, that's it. Let's give that a bite. Wow. Well, right out the gate, just so we can get the air cleared here. Right out the gate, it's a sweet pepper. There's no heat on it. So take that with a grain of salt. So there's no heat on this pepper. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is the skins on this are kind of on the tough side. They're a little on the thick side. So I would say this is probably best for either pickling or drying out, believe it or not. The skins are really tough on it. Now, let's get into the flavor of it. What does it taste like? Well, it's kind of sweet like a bell pepper, but the flavor profile is very low. I don't know how to say it. It's very neutral. You get a little bit of a peppery flavor, and then it kind of just disappears very quickly. It's very mild in flavor is the best way to say it. I'll take another bite and really focus on anything special about it. Alright, so as far as the flavor goes, just to try to get somewhere with the flavor part of it. And the flavor is sort of like, kind of has like a slight appley type flavor. But it's very low in flavor. It's not a very strong flavor profile. You eat it, it almost tastes neutral, to be honest with you. You get a little bit of the flavor in the beginning, you start chewing it up. By the time you're done chewing it and ready to swallow it, there's almost no flavor left. It just vanishes. So it's a very neutral type of a flavor. I'm sure there's a lot of good applications for a pepper like this, as far as like maybe doing stuffing peppers. Or, for example, if you're going to pickle your peppers, it really doesn't matter what it really tastes like, because once you put it in a vinegar brine or something like that, it's pretty much going to taste like vinegar. You're not even really going to taste the pepper too much anymore, unless it's a they usually use cherry peppers, because cherry peppers are very strong in taste, so they'll kind of hold that flavor of the pepper. But in general, you're going to get a very strong vinegary taste. You pickle this thing, it's going to taste mostly like vinegar. Sweetness wise, it wasn't terribly sweet. I guess you could say it was kind of sweet. I mean, it's a sweet pepper, there's no heat on it, but did it have any actual sugary type of sweetness to it? Not really. It was just, like I said, it was pretty bland in flavor. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. The skins were exceptionally thick on it, though. Very thick. I really had to grind. It was like chewing an apple skin, basically. It's about as thick as an apple skin. And, you know, some apple skins, you know, you can bite into them and you could chew the apple skin up with the apple, so to speak. But then there's some apples you bite into them, like delicious apples, for example. You bite into those and you gotta spit those skins out. Those things are like chewing shoe leather, you know. I mean, it's ridiculous. But this skin was actually kind of on the tough side, so I'm kind of leaning more towards drying it out. There might be, you know, there might be some association between this and the cascabel pepper, because cascabel peppers are known to be dried whole. They're known to be dried whole. And this pepper you could probably do the same with, though they are different cultivars. They're not the same thing, as I showed you earlier in the video. But there might be some association with it. Now, I won't know until I do a taste test on the cascabel, so I can actually taste it and then kind of tell you what it's going to taste like, if there's heat on it. I don't know if they got heat or not. This one has no heat. But realistically, it wouldn't be a #1 choice for a raw eating pepper experience. Like if you wanted to just pick them out of your garden and start munching them down, I mean, you can, but I would prepare this particular variety either by pickling, drying, or you could probably use it as a stuffer if you want to stuff like some cheese and rice in there or something with some meat or something, and then just put the top on it and bake them in the grill for a pretty short period of time. Because these skins are really tough, you don't have to worry about it splitting open and pouring all over the inside of your grill type thing. Like sometimes with bell peppers that happens. It just gets really soft and the skin splits and it's like a big poop you got to clean up. So because these skins are so thick, you probably could get away with doing quite a bit with it as far as that kind of cooking goes, stuffing and maybe things like that. But I don't know. I'm thought it would be a little sweeter than that. It's not. I'm not gonna lie to you. If it's just not sweet, it's just not sweet. So. Anyway, not sure what else to say about this pepper. I really don't know anything about it offhand. Like I said, I'm going to leave the information for you in the description below, and I'll also put the information on my website. You can read about it there. And like I've been saying in a lot of my videos now, if I do any updating to the description, it's probably not going to be in a video. I'm probably just going to update it from the website. So you make sure you check the website to see if there's any latest updates or any of the information's been updated since this video has been made. Somebody might watch it a year or 2 years from now and they're like, oh, it's it says this about it, but there's this about it, and you'll be able to at least see it on the website. So I'll also leave a link in the description below. So if you want to buy seeds for this and give it a grow yourself and see if maybe you can make it taste better, I will have a link below. It'll take you right to this page, and you'll be able to add that to your cart and make a purchase if you want to try them. But outside of that, guys, that's it. That was my pod review for the Bola Pepper. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.